G'day folks. I figured for the fun of it I'd quickly mock up this bike with an electric motor just to see how well it works. I mean, I've been meaning to do an e-bike project for a while, and I thought about using a mountain bike, but this is more fun. I've had this old Yamaha RT 100 frame sitting around for ages, so I figured why not stuff some batteries in place of the original engine and then run a jack shaft down here to the sprocket. So yeah, I was originally thinking of using a worm drive, but worm drives are A, hard to overcome if you have to push the vehicle, and B, they're very lossy. So instead I'm going to have a pulley going down to here. There'll be a larger pulley down the bottom and counter shaft or jack shaft coming out here. The battery's got to obviously move up a bit, but there's plenty of space for two 40 amp hour UPS batteries in here. And I'll try and keep them as low as possible, obviously because of centre of gravity. But yeah, it's just a project to fuck around with. It's nothing serious. I can't use it on the road. That coupling and bearing needs to be replaced. I think everything needs to be replaced. It needs a really good clean up, and once I'm done welding and removing all the old engine stuff, I'll give it a respray. I need a front drum brake because that's all missing. The front tyre is completely shot, like it's split through. The back one's holding air though, so that's good. I just need to put a new front tyre on it, which I should have in storage. Dad left me some old, well, fairly new old stock Michelin road tyres to play around with. The only one I can use is on the front, but it's I just got to get some tubes for them. Yeah, as you can see, everything's it's pretty well screwed. But yeah, I'll get rid of all the old ignition gear, the old throttle cable and everything. I'm using a 600 watt 24 volt DC motor and a Curtis based speed controller, a modified model 1228-2901 Curtis DC controller. It's modified and reprogrammed, but it will work probably better for this application than it originally did. It's a 110 amp controller too. So yeah, I'm just making sure everything's going to fit. The motor's going to have to move back further when I get rid of these cable ties and the old, I think there's a few things jamming it, but that's going to move back hard against the frame, and I'm going to just I'll MIG weld some brackets in there, and then I'll have a shaft going down here with a pulley, guarding obviously, and counter shaft goes to the other side and then comes back to the chain with a sprocket on it. So I've got a rear sprocket, I don't have a front sprocket, but I'll have a look through my drawers of bits and pieces. I think I've got one with the same chain pitch. I'm going to be using, well, the old chain sort of resembles something off the Titanic. It's completely ruined, but I've got some of this stainless steel stuff. It's old surplus from work. Again, it's a bit pitted, but it'll do. Yeah, I'll use this stainless steel chain, and I think I have a nice small sprocket for it, so we'll go small to big and then small to big, so it's a double reduction. This motor does 2000 RPM. I want to get it down in torque. I don't want huge amounts of high end, I want lots of low end torque. That's all I'm after. As long as it's fast enough to get a decent pace up and not fall over on corners, it's fine. I just don't want it to be too slow, because the 40-to-1 gear reduction, like this guy, is too slow. Okay, well, we've done a bit of work so far. I can't remember where I was up to with the filming. I was just getting a bit carried away. As you can see, I've migged a little bearing mount in there, counter shaft, or jack shaft, whatever you want to call it. It's a bit crude, but it'll work. I've re-bearinged the motor and tested it on the speed controller. It's all good. Everything's lined up pretty much by eye. I've got no real reference points, but all the chain and everything looks really good. I'm quite happy with it. So batteries have to move up, so that one's almost touching there. Then I'm going to have a bit of a chain guard. Most of this is just for testing purposes, but there is enough room for these two. I do want lithiums, but for now I'll use some AGM type, or whatever they are, SLAs, dry cell batteries or gel cell batteries. They'll do the job. But yeah, this needs guarding. Obviously if I do a test ride, I'll take the floppy coveralls off. Last thing I want to do is get that wrapped up in the chain with this much horsepower going through it. That would hurt. That's going to be tightened up. But yeah, the motor's fully rebuilt now. I mean, it still looks a bit manky inside, but it's much cleaner than it was, and it's got new bearings. So that's all good. Now I'm just working out the cosmetics of it. That is throttle. That's actually going to come up to the electronics box and be part of the throttle control. I'll have use the twist grip to operate the potentiometer for the speed controller. All in time. For now I just want to see if my drive ratio is right. I don't even know if it's going to be right. Hopefully it is. There's enough length up there to tie everything back. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the E-box unless I strap it to the front of the handlebars for the time being. It's probably the best way. Or I'll put it on the back here where the passenger would normally sit. Being an RT bike, it's actually it's got a pretty flat seat on it, so I might just tie it to the seat. Have a momentary switch for the time being and rely on the speed controllers ramp up and ramp down not to throw me off the bike. So yeah, it's come along quite nicely. Again, it's only a crude mock-up, everything's just welded in there, but it'll stay that way. It's a backyard hobby bike. Doesn't have to look pretty, it just has to work. So yeah, anyway, I'm just working on getting the cowling for the old obsolete fuel tank back in, and the seat. There's no substrate to mount this to at the moment without the tank, so I'm going to pop rivet it to the plastic substrate of the seat, because it goes like so. So basically all I'm going to do is line it up like that properly and then just pop rivet it down each side. Can't get much more simple than that. There we go, not the easiest programming method, but you just bring the bike into the computer room. Are you actually into the controller?
Yeah, I'm just checking the different modes to see if I can find a sensibly documented set of modes that I can't find. You know, ones that aren't like 3 letters. I'll do it in OEM mode. OEM seems to be the most flexible.
Yeah, this is just a slightly modified version of the software on the same 12282901 controller. It's basic standard Curtis stuff, but what Metric have done to them, I don't know. They are these things. It's a, no, it's a dead one. It's a 70 amp that works. Some of these come out of scrap units. 2420. Yeah, these are just scrap controls I got from work and have resurrected over the time. 12282901 is the standard one that I use at the moment. 110 amp, 24 volt DC. That's essentially what's in here. It's just been heavily modified for air cooling or forced air cooling and hardwired connections rather than very loose and highly, well, burning out spade terminal connections, which these are known for when you force them to do things they're not really supposed to. But yeah, the Curtis scooter speed controller, they have functions for lights, horn, that sort of thing. And we are currently playing with the ramp up and down time, because this one's fun to ride as it is in the backyard, but it's a little less snappy than it could be. So Julian should be able to increase or decrease the ramp up time and ramp down time, and hopefully make this thing a little more dangerous and a little more fun.
This is going to be a lot of tweak and try again, huh?
It sounds like it. That's alright, we'll just wheel it in, program it again and try again. Or just get there's a 15 metre long USB cable out there, so if we can just plug this into an
yeah, we could
we plug it into an extended USB cable, we can plug it in and test it on the go. As long as the signal's strong enough. I hope it's strong enough.
I'm going to find myself a voltmeter.
Yeah, we definitely need volts and amps. Because we've done some current tweaking and yeah, chain needs adjusting. Yeah, ramp time has dramatically been decreased, so it's almost full on. Top speed hasn't. Well, the top speed's a bit better, but again, I don't want really high top speed. I want something with some grunt, and it's about all this poor little 600 watt motor can do. It's getting nice and warm. We have given it hell, and the batteries aren't 100% either. They're very old batteries. What do you have? That's a little bit high, but at least it'll give us a rough idea how many volts we're running. We really need a 0 to 30 volt meter. Don't think I have a 0 to 30 though.
No, unfortunately.
Or 0 to 25.
All we need to do is rig a little box.
No, run some extra.
I'll run some extra wiring, but we probably mount it up on here.
Yep. Oh, I'm not sure how long this will stay here. I might end up putting it in a smaller box and hiding it under the seat. It's probably safer up here.
Probably actually better to put them down here. Because that way they're not trying to twist with the handlebars.
Yeah, there's already a bit of... Well, the current's already going through those two main cables, so we can cut and shut them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's battery plus and minus, that's motor, and then there's control, so we can cut and shut that, although I'd rather not go too close to the control unit. Here with no load, it's vicious. With a bit of load, it's okay. With a bit of load on it, it's alright. It's enough for a small backyard like mine where I've already put it down once and laid down on it.
If only I had the camera running at that point.
Oh, don't worry, there'll be a few more. There'll be a few more.
I'm sure there will be.
The motor's only warm, it's still not too bad. Yeah, I gotta adjust that chain. That's about it. Overall, this thing's it's a hell of a lot of fun for something I'd put together over a couple of weekends.
I might as well get a voltmeter and an ammeter fit to it.
We'll see what it's doing.
I'm not going to bother putting the front face back on it yet. The other times I have to keep pulling it off.
No, don't worry about the front cover. As long as it's not raining, it's fine.
Well, at least you managed that one dead center of the frame.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's twice.
ramp down a bit too sharp. Can you turn ramp down to coast?
Yeah, by giving it a very long ramp down time, it will act as a coast. Hang on.
I'd rather coast and rely on the mechanical brake.
Okay.
Hang on, let me line. I'll get back over here. Yeah, the ramp down was a bit sharp. I lost too much speed and just fell over.
I saw that.
So we, yeah, I want more coast rather than ramp down.
Well, if you park it over here and hold it, it'll take me about 35 seconds to do. So
You don't really need ramp down more than you need the mechanical brake.
okay. Might as well just hold on to it. This won't take long.
All right. Definitely need more voltage. Batteries get a bit low. Not too bad.
That's right. Can you hold the Can you turn the throttle down to nothing and hold in the?
That's on 0.
Yep. Just hold that in for a minute.
Controller's on. Oh, this thing's fun. It'll have PLC based speed controllers. I accidentally released that a second ago, but
That was fine.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, if you can turn decel into brake, I can use the actual mechanical brake instead.
Yeah. Well, I have
The
the e-brake, so
The actual motor deceleration fucks with your turns.
give that a shot.
That's what dropped me down there. It just decelerates like, fuck, it's not recovering in time.
Yeah. If you want to decelerate with the motor now, just flick the switch in the opposite direction.
That's better, yeah. That's basically emergency. On there and on there. And you're down. That's better. Still have any shit tyres though.
Ha. That back wheel just locks right up.
Oh, I don't even have to hit the... Well, I hit both. And
So it's
both
now
the
a-
motor and the brake just locked up.
It's now a 4-second ramp down. It's the longest I can make it.
Hey, it works alright. The tyres are skatey as hell. Trying to get around the back there, just... Nah. At least I know this thing has potential and I can order some new tyres, tubes, and well, I won't go a smaller rear sprocket, but at least it's pretty good. The battery voltage is still like 23 volts.
Well, the unit's reporting 22 back to the software when I've got it attached.
Yeah.
I found all the live statistic things.
It's still doing alright.
Now, if you had 50 meters of USB cable, I'd just leave the programmer attached and tweak it as you were riding it.
Ramp up.
Or wireless USB. It here, cut motor, and all you hear from outside is crack.
Flop. Oh, this is gonna be nasty.
So apparently, it can also control an electromagnetic brake.
A what?
An electromagnetic brake.
Oh,
We could
yeah.
attach that rear brake to a solenoid.
The motor itself. Yeah, the motor itself has screw points and a knockout Welch plug in the back end of it where you can attach a brake. Not that we need it. This thing has no trouble stopping on my backyard. If you're running high pressure, slick road tyres and everything, and ultra low loss drivetrain, you can understand the need for a actual brake unit. But in this case, nah. The grass makes a very good brake.
It looks happy.
It's fine. It's doing just fine. The front tire's a bit flat now, but it doesn't matter. Both front and rear tyres are almost as old as I am. They're a bit tired. That's good. I'll call that a runner.